Lo and behold, and welcome to Cuiabá in Brazil, Mato Grosso. And you can see this Jeep here, which is my rental car. It's actually the nicest car I've ever rented or ever driven in, I guess. Oh, some stuff that isn't mine. I didn't do that. But yeah, very nice car. And with this car, we're going to see, well, we're actually going to see jaguars. That's why I'm here. And we're going to see jaguars in Porto Jofre, which is a very small community. And it's not even a city, I would say. It's just a small community. A few houses, a few, what are they called? Posadas. So rest places. There's a long road that goes there. There's no hard road, so it's all dirt roads. That's why I got this car, the Jeep. And yeah, let's see. I don't know, I just rented this car. Shout out to Localiza. So this is the key, and this is the company, Localiza. I'm not getting paid for this, so Localiza, if you want to pay me and sponsor me, I can use the money. So you know, a sponsor deal would be nice, but I just paid for this myself. But if you ever want to go by yourself, like there are tours as well, but they're pretty expensive, and I think going on your own is like the cheapest option in this case. So I rented this car. It was, all in all, I would say 1,000 Brazilian reais, which is at the moment, I put it here, 1,026, which is 163 euros for 4 days. So that's a little bit more than 40 a day. And it was, what was it, 135 or something? Oh no, that's euros. 135, so it's 21 euros 55, 21 and a half euros per day for the car, and about, I don't even know, like 60 or 70 reais for the insurance. And with that, yeah, of course, the more days you book, the cheaper the car gets per day. So they want you to get more days. And it's like the cheapest insurance as well. You can do an all-risk insurance. I wouldn't recommend it because it's way more expensive. But with this car, you can get to the Pantanal, and yeah, there it's going to be really expensive. I didn't book anything, so we still need to get there. I don't know how much it will be, if they have any place for me. But I'm sure, you know, I can find a place. They got posadas, which is like a sort of cabin or like a little room. They have tents you can reserve or you can book. And well, otherwise I got this car. So if it's really gonna be hard or difficult, then I can sleep in the car. Although it's super hot. Mato Grosso is actually self-proclaimed. Like all the information I got from in this video that I'm gonna tell is usually about Mato Grosso. It's usually coming from locals, so they might be a little bit biased, but it is the warmest state. Their slogan for the city is actually Cuiabá calorosa, which means well, hot Cuiabá, because it's so hot. Like now I guess it's 38 or 39 degrees, and just in the coming days it will be 41 degrees. And I didn't prepare anything, so we're gonna find out. I just rented this car today. I picked it up at the airport. If you want to rent a car, go to the airport. They usually have the biggest selection. It's the first time as well, I guess, that I got a car that I saw on their website. And when I went to the agency, I actually got the car that I ordered, because otherwise, if I would have done it directly or at some smaller place, then probably they would have given me like a substitute car. But we need to head to Poconé, which is like a small village, and that's the last stop. Basically, that's the end of the road, the tarmac road or the asphalt road. And after that, we're gonna head to Porto Jofre, which is all dirt road. So it's gonna be, it's not even that far, but it's gonna take a while to get there. Yeah, in Poconé, you can also fill up your car, because that's the last gas station you will meet on the way in the Transpantaneira, which is the dirt road leading to Porto Jofre and the Pantanal. And after that, well, that's it. I'm gonna drive because it's super warm, and I'm gonna put on the air conditioning. As you can see, there are a lot of fires here. That's why the sky is so gray always. And at night you can smell the ashes falling down. And we're next to a gas station, which makes it even worse. There are a lot of fires, people trying to put it out. There's a lot of agriculture here in Mato Grosso. It's actually one of the biggest agricultural states here in Brazil. So that's their main industry. So the more agricultural territory they have, the more they can earn. But it leads to problems like this, which is just barely outside of Cuiabá, which is the capital of Mato Grosso. Yeah, it affects everybody, like the air. Ashes fall down on the city as well, so every week you have to clean. You can smell it as well at night. And oh, there's a big fire over there where that red truck is driving. It's really big. Smoking like crazy. But that's just the reality here. Like a lot of forest fires and a lot of, well, just wildfires. Now this is the effect of the smoke. You can see in the distance the road is still just straight all the way, but it's so foggy and misty that it's actually hard to see in the distance. I think you can see maximum of 5 kilometers, maybe less, which is nothing compared to what it should be. But we need to go to Poconé, and from there that's the last stop. We need to get some gas because that's the last gas station as well. And after that we have to drive all the way to Porto Jofre to get to the Pantanal. Because this is the real Mato Grosso. Just farmlands, cows, and endless roads. I just saw a monkey crossing the road as well. I almost hit him. Not really, but he was just taking his time to pass. And I saw some roadkill as well, like a lot of dead monkeys and other animals, dogs I guess. Some stray dogs as well. More cows. I guess this is it. Mato Grosso in a nutshell, like the majority of the land. Driving in Poconé, which is like a really small rural village. Little speed bumps. This is the last stop before we hit the Pantanal, or actually the dirt road, the Transpantaneira it's called. And from there on it's just, well, the beginning is a hard road with asphalt, but after a while, very short while, there will be no asphalt and it will be just dirt roads. So that's why I got this car. It's the main square of Poconé with the church. Every self-respecting village or town has to have their own church. Making the sidewalks here. It's like the old colonial buildings. I'm now heading for the gas station, and then we'll hit the Transpantaneira, which is the dirt road leading to Porto Jofre. I just got some gas, it's all full now. You can see here on the right side. We got 179 kilometers to go. I just asked at the gas station, Petrobras, which is the last gas station before we head into the wild, because there's only a dirt road. I think I'm taking the wrong turn now. Yeah, or not. Or am I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, this is good. I need to go straight here. To the right. This car has good suspension because they have some really bad traffic bumps here. Oh fuck. Roadblock. I need to find another route. I just found the dirt road, and it's not even, we're just like 10 meters outside of Poconé, and it's already dirt road, so it's gonna be like this for the coming hours. Now I asked at the gas station and they said it will take like 3 hours. Some other woman at the supermarket I went to said it might take 2 hours, but I think you need to drive like crazy to make it in 2 hours. So 3 is better, I guess, but then it's already 5:30 in 3 hours, so it's gonna be dark by then. So I hope I can make it in 3 hours, because otherwise it's gonna be a little bit hard to drive around here because there's no street lights or whatever. So let's see if I can make it in 2 hours. And this is a Transpantaneira, I guess, like the big road. Stray dog. But this is a Transpantaneira, I guess, like the main road. It's gonna take us to Porto Jofre. Let's see if we can make it in 2 hours, and otherwise it's gonna be 3 hours, which is fine for me as well. Ostriches. But they said this road would be filled with wildlife as well. I already saw some on the main road, like the provincial or state road. I don't know what it is exactly, but I saw, well, just dead animals. I saw one live monkey, a lot of dead monkeys, roadkill, probably stray dogs. I saw a dead iguana, so that's just a sign that there are other live ones as well. But I haven't seen them yet, just a live monkey that was crossing the road. But for now, it's gonna be like this for the coming hours. Hitting the old dusty trail. Our first wildlife in the distance. It's a running bird. Yeah, it is. I don't know which one it is. And he can fly as well. Huge bird. I just discovered that I'm not at the Transpantaneira, but some other road, and now there's a road block or something. Favor fechar a porteira, obrigado. So I don't even know if I can pass here or if it's private property, but I'm just gonna do it because I need to cut through here to get where I need to go. So I hope I can pass here and I don't make any people mad, because otherwise I need to drive 20 kilometers back and then start all over again. park. Now we need to close this. There, we close the gate. Hopefully don't make anybody mad because it looks very private, but I'd rather do this than drive 20 kilometers back. Okay, I just escaped from this private property thingy, and there's a car. You can't see it, but there was a car passing in the distance, and I asked them, like, because I took a wrong turn and I need to go to the Transpantaneira, which this road isn't. Now it seems like I got to go back all the way to Poconé, and then from Poconé start all over again. So I made a mistake, and I just spent like 30 to 40, maybe an hour, 60 minutes driving around here. And now we can start all over again, so that wasn't a good start, but it's a nice drive, and probably I saw something that a lot of other people will never see, a private property, but I wouldn't recommend it. But now I can, I don't know, it's like 20 kilometers back to Poconé and then start all over again, so I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I hope I get to Porto Jofre before dusk, because otherwise it's gonna be even harder to get there and find a place to sleep as well. So wish me luck. And we're back in Poconé at 3:30 in the afternoon. And I still need to drive, I don't know how many kilometers to get to where I need to go, to Porto Jofre. The sun is already setting, the shadows are getting longer, which means the sun is going down, and I haven't even made it out of Poconé, so it's not a good sign. And I'm sure that within 2 hours it's gonna be completely dark. These are the outskirts of Poconé. Still dirt road. Small houses. Chickens walking outside on the street. There is the Transpantaneira, finally. And it's even made of asphalt, so it's gonna be a lot faster in the beginning, but after a while it's gonna be dirt roads again. But I gotta take advantage of the asphalt and the good road conditions as long as I can, because this is it, the Transpantaneira. So I just have to follow this road. I don't even know how much, like how many kilometers, but I think it's like 150. Bem-vindo à Pantanal de Mato Grosso, rodovia Zelto Dorileo Transpantaneira. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. It was a little bit too fast to read. But at least I am where I should be. And now I just need to go straight down this road all the way down to Porto Jofre. Here it is already. I think I just drove like 1 or 2 kilometers and now we're in the dirt road again. I think there was like 125 bridges or something that we need to cross as well. So, and they are wooden bridges, pretty bad conditions. So it's gonna take a while to get there as well. But if it's like this, like a big and wide road, we might make it even in 2 hours, because, and if it's very straight, that helps as well, because I'm driving 100 kilometers per hour now, so we should make it in 2 hours then, within 2 hours. But I'm not sure, because I don't know the road, I don't know the conditions, and anything can happen. So let's see what happens. But at least we found the right road. So now we're on our way to Porto Jofre. There are two cars driving in front of me. I can't see anything. It's insane. It's so dusty. Now you can see the car, but the road is so dry and dusty that it's super hard to get past them. I'm gonna try. It's actually a tour bus, so they're gonna bring the tourists to Porto Jofre, I guess. So if I just follow these buses, then I will get to the right position, I guess. Although the road is filled with hotels along the Transpantaneira as well, which might be where they are going as well. I'm not sure. But at least I know I'm on the right road, I'm on the right track. And I just surpassed them, which makes driving a little bit easier in these dusty conditions. What this guy is doing, it seems like they're fixing the road, although I don't know what they are fixing, like pushing the, I already can't see it. I think they're just pushing the stuff here on the side of the road to the left side to create more space to drive, although I'm not really sure what they're doing. This is it for the next, I don't know, 100 kilometers. I just missed it because I was driving pretty fast, but it was a huge alligator on the road. So they already warned on the side with signs on the side of the road to watch out for wild animals, but it was just on the middle of the road. And luckily it went to one side, like he went away, but it was kind of scary. Thought it was like a huge tree trunk. Especially at night, I need to drive a lot calmer because anything can be driving on, anything can be walking on these roads, and I don't want to hit an animal and break my car or kill an animal. So to prevent that, I need to drive slower when it's completely dark. But now I need to drive as fast as I can to get there, or to get as far as possible. And here we have the first bridge. One of 125, if I'm not mistaken. Jaguar. Animais silvestres. Wild animals. Oh. Sometimes it feels like you're in a sort of Dukes of Hazzard situation, jumping over those bridges. How will them Duke boys get out of this one? Look, these are the birds I was talking about. A heron in the back as well. I don't know what these are. They look most like pelicans, but they're not. But they're huge. I think they're searching for fish there in the water because they're all trapped because there's so little water. So it's very easy for them to get the fish out. searching for food. David Attenborough shit.
This peculiar animal does its own dance.
I forgot to tell, by the way, that the reason why Cuiabá is called Cuiabá is because the river is called Cuiabá that flows through the city. So they named the city after the river. Now we're seeing more and more of these haciendas, I guess. Haciendas in Spanish, like places to sleep. So it's very easy to get accommodation here, but it's super expensive. I guess 100 euros a night, 600 to 800 reais is pretty common, I guess, or even more, 200 euros for a very luxurious stay in a super prestige hotel. And the road is already getting filled with more and more animals. So I need to take it slower and slower not to hit them. Because I think they're coming down because now the sun is setting so for them it's time to feed. During the day they're mostly hiding from the sun. But it's very dry now. What I assume is that because this is the last or the second to last dry season, dry month, and in 1 or 2 months it's going to rain. So all this, what now is super dry, will get a lot of water. It will flourish again. It will be very green. But for now, everything is dry. I think these are the bridges that you have to use normally. They're completely made of wood. But these are the bridges you have to take when all this is drained in water. And now it's dry season, so it's completely dried up. But probably like in a month, 2, 3 months, it will be completely flooded with water when the raining season comes. Then it's a lot harder to get through here. So maybe even with this Jeep, you can't even get through it. I think this one isn't even 4x4, so it's gonna be more difficult. I don't know anything about this car, so it just looked good enough for these roads, which it is. It's a good car, one of the best, but I don't know if it's good enough to do the 4x4 work. It doesn't feel like that. It's now 5:15 and it feels like any daylight that I still have is just an extra gift to guide me to Porto Jofre. Because I checked on my phone and I still need 60 kilometers to go, so I'm not gonna make it before nightfall. It feels like it's impossible to drive to Transpantaneira in 2 hours, maybe even 3, especially if it's the first time, because it seems you need to know the road to be able to do it in 2 hours, and you need to do it with with your own car as well. I don't think organized tours can drive that fast with that many people aboard. If you have your own car, it's almost impossible not to stop a few times. That's why you have a car as well. Otherwise you could have done an organized tour as well. But you can already see the headlights of the other cars are getting a little bit brighter because it's getting darker. Huge dust wall. That horse looked like it was starving. Harsh living conditions here. Oh, all those big stumps are like termite houses or buildings, castles. What do termites make? Houses? Like nests? Termite nests. But that's another thing here. There's huge anteaters. I don't think they're here in the Pantanal, but there's an actual anteater road, which is somewhere near Rondonópolis. In Porto Jofre, they have the highest probability of seeing a jaguar in the world, and probably there it's highest probability to see an anteater in the wild. And they even named the road after it, Anteater Road. It's probably, I think, like a backwood road like this, which houses a lot of anteaters. Which I understand, considering all those termite holes or termite nests that I just passed. There were more than 50 easily. Now it's getting dark. I shouldn't record this much and I shouldn't talk this much. I should pay more attention to the road, which I'm now gonna do. So let's see how far we end up and discover what Porto Jofre is like. We have a choice now. I'm going down. That was crazy. I went a little too fast, but next time I'll go up to be more safe. This is the moment. I'm glad I took an SUV car and not a regular car, because that would be cheaper, but I think this road is too much to handle for any regular like sedan or coupe or whatever. Now we're getting to another bridge. We can go down as well. Then you can see the construction of those wooden bridges. And we're on the road again. Baby cows. I guess this is the last video I can make when it's still daylight, because the sun isn't even out anymore and I really need to put the lights on, otherwise it's gonna be too dark. And this is the road. I'm getting pretty tired because I drove almost all day from 12 until 5 now, or even later. It's getting 5 and something, so it's like almost 5 now. So I drove quite a while and I still have probably 1 hour to go. Some other people coming as well. So I'm just gonna drive. And hopefully the next video will be me driving into Porto Jofre. There's a lot of water here beside me, but I can't show it because it's too dark. And we're also on the last leg of the trip, last 20 kilometers, and then we're in Porto Jofre, which would be about time because I'm pretty tired and it's pretty difficult driving at night in this complete pitch dark environment. I can't even show you because this car automatically puts its lights on, but this is without strong headlights. This is with the mist lights. So it's pretty time consuming, this trip, more than I thought. And this is one of the reasons. Those bridges. Roads. The further you go up the Transpantaneira, the worse it gets. I found Porto Jofre, but Porto Jofre. There's a jaguar. There are a lot of cars. But somewhere something is missing. And that is the place that I need to go. Which is Pantanal Jaguar camp, but I can't find it. I can't find the place I'm supposed to go to because it's on the side of the road, but I missed it. So now I need to. I came from there. There's some lights. I think I need to go there. I think we can see this, but I found the jaguar camp and I'm welcome, so let's go and find out what we can find over there. I'm in the Pantanal jaguar camp and it's 8 o'clock. We're going out at 6:30. We're going out 6 o'clock breakfast, so I gotta get up at 5 something. And well, I made it. It was 7 o'clock, I guess. I arrived at 7 o'clock and I met João, who is a biologist, and he introduced me to Ailton, who's the owner, I guess, of this place. I will ask tomorrow. And then I had dinner, and I have, like, everything is included. So you have dinner, breakfast, and lunch. We're going out twice per day. There's almost a 100% guarantee that we will see jaguars. So that's pretty good. I can show the room. There was a frog in the room. I saw it when I opened the door, or I closed the door. He's there. He doesn't seem poisonous, so I'm just gonna leave him alone. I'd rather have a frog in my room than a cockroach. The bathroom, the shower, little fridge, air conditioning, and 3 beds. So it's more than enough space. I'm super tired. And tomorrow I gotta get up at 5 something. So I'm just gonna get ready for bed. And I think their vote was worse than I expected. But also on the other hand, it was alright. It was doable. And at some point I just rolled along with it. But take your time, because I missed a lot of stuff. Like, I could stop various times, but I didn't, because I was trying to hurry up because it was getting dark. But I bet it's better to go like in the morning and just take your time to get to Poconé, and from there to the Transpantaneira, and then it will be good. But just figure out, like, 6 hours is not even that weird from Cuiabá. So, lesson learned. If I go back tomorrow or the day after, then I need to take that into account as well. But yeah, for now it sounded good. Tomorrow we will go out. I can't even make a straight sentence anymore, so I'm just gonna go to sleep and see you guys tomorrow.